Hello ladies and gents, good evening. How are we all doing? Mic check, mic check. I think everything is okay. And the stream looks like it's good. Let's just get things set up here. Ba-dum-bum. Okay, so just going to do a short flight here this evening, folks, from ZMC, which is Lima Oscar Whiskey Zulu, to Innsbruck, which is Lima Oscar Whiskey India. And we're going to do a touch and go at Innsbruck, VFR, and then return to this airport. So, not a huge thing. Hey, Dresso! Yeah, no worries, man, no worries. I'm happy. I was playing the Hurricane a little bit earlier on, and we'll definitely be playing a lot more of the Hurricane. It's an amazing aircraft. Just double check. So it's good to see that text chat is coming through, and everything looks good. Let's just update. There we go. I can see myself. Okay, that's fine. So we have Vian radar, which is two different people, 133.8 or 134.35. I don't know. South or 1. I'm going to go 134.35. Okay. Alright, so here we are in our aircraft. We're going to be flying the Steam Gauge 172. It's a lovely dawn in Austria. Look like we've got some good VFR weather. And a weird looking aircraft there to our left hand side. That is an old troop transport, it looks like. Probably used for skydiving these days. And this is Payware scenery. So let's just turn on track IR and jump into the aircraft. Right, so just move my view left and right just to make sure everything's loaded in. There we go. Right, so what we're going to do is, there we go, checklist, pre-flight inspection. Okay, aircraft documents, check. Parking brake is set. Yeah. Ignition is, okay, I don't need to, I'm just going to reset the view here. And I won't click those buttons because I know where everything is. Yeah, so avionics, bus 1 and 2 off. So those are those two white buttons. They are both off. Yeah. I click that both times. There we go. Battery switch on. Fuel quantities, check those. 50% on each side. That's good. Fuel quantity indicators check. Fuel, check that low fuel enunciators messages are not displayed, which they are not. That is good. Avionics bus switch 1 and 2 on. Like so, we get our, yep, radios pop up. And we can just audibly hear the avionics cooling fans, so, and then we switch the avionics off. Static pressure alt source valve is off, and that is this guy here. So pull to be on, push to be off. So it's in the pushed position, so it's off. Annunciator panel, let's test that. There we go. And then release, and when we release, the relevant lights go out and the relevant lights stay on. So that's the vacuum left and right and the oil pressure in volts, which is fine. Fuel selector, make sure that's on both, which it is, which is in the up position. Fuel shutoff valve, make sure that is open. So pull to be off, push to be in. Okay. Flaps. Let's put them down. Pitot heat, check that it's working. You can't physically check that it's working. Why is that still flashing for me? I don't know. It's in the way now. Let's turn on the pitot heat. The only way you would know that it's working is you actually put your hand on it and felt that it was warm. In the A2A Cessna 172, they actually have modeled the heat of the pitot, and you just press a button and it tells you if it gives you a red circle as opposed to a blue circle to show that it's actually hot. That's how you can do. Click on the I symbol. So if I click on the I symbol, parky brake. Okay, click on it a second time. Yeah, okay. Brakes item is the list. Yeah, okay. So that's flaps down. Pitot heat, check that it's working on. Pitot heat, now let's turn that off. So let's pretend that yes, we have checked. Battery switch off. Elevator trim neutral. Right. So that is the pre-flight inspection. Let's do the before start engine. So pre-flight inspection has been completed. Seatbelts adjust and lock. We're going to say that we have done that. Electrical equipment is off. That is correct. All of our strobes are off. Let's just move that out of the way for the moment. Avionics is off. Fuel selector is on both. Fuel shutoff valve is open. Yes. Okay, starting engine checklist. So for the starting engine checklist at an airfield like this, we're actually going to start the engine first and then contact ATC. There's no other aircraft around at the moment, so I don't think I'm going to need push and start, except that tractor's going to hello. Goodbye. Thank you for playing. I'm going to just grab a little cheeky push. Push and start. Am I though? Hello, sir? I thought Shift P was the default push and start. I apparently was wrong. Okay, well we'll just swing around. We don't actually physically need push and start. Okay, let's go back in. Okay, throttle crack 1/4 of an inch, which is roughly, I usually about 20%. Roughly. Mixture, idle cutoff. Propeller area, you shout clear on both sides. Battery switch is on. Beacon on. Yeah, radials will come on in a minute. Mixture, rich. Aux fuel pump, 3 to 5 seconds on and then off. So let's just watch the fuel flow. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Mixture, lean. Feet, ready to brake. Let's get our feet on the rudder pedals. Ignition, start, and then once the propeller's turning over, rich when engine starts. There we go. Mixture going in. And idle around 1,000 RPM. Watch the T's and P's, the temperatures and pressures. So most important one, oil pressure is coming up. And it's coming up into the green slowly, which is going to be good. That's the most important one there. If the oil pressure doesn't do anything, if it goes up too fast and rises rapidly, or if it doesn't rise at all, then you should shut the engine down immediately because you will be suffering engine damage. And then, of course, the oil temperature, because it's been sitting cold, is very viscous and it's colder, so it's going to actually it's actually going to gradually rise in temperature. As the temperature rises, the oil becomes less viscous, and the pressure then will rise slightly as well. Just lovely to see the reflection on the metallic wing there. Okay. Alright, so after start engine, throttle, idle around 1,000 RPM, which I am. Oil pressure, yeah, we checked the oil pressure first thing. Alternator on. Let's put the alternator on now. Now that we know the engine is safely started, we can see the amps there. The vacuum pressure is okay as well. Alternator indicator off. I don't know what that means. The indicator of the alternator. Not quite sure what that means. The ammeter, yeah, we check. The amps, we did. Amps are gradually, yeah, they're low, but they're coming up. We're only idling at the moment. Avionics, we'll now switch on the avionics, which is the radios. Transponder, we're going to put the transponder, at the moment we can put it on standby, like so. Flaps, let's bring the flaps up now. Heading indicator set. So for the heading, if I go to my rough heading is going to be west, but I will change that on departure as needed. Altimeter set. So the altimeter is set at 0.90902. It doesn't give me, unfortunately, in hectopascals, except that for whenever I'm actually looking at the small dial, which is just there. And it's 1013, which is 0.90902, which is actually standard barometric pressure. So it's pretty good weather out there. And attitude indicator set. Yeah, that is set as well. Taxi checklist. Okay, so before we hit the taxi checklist, we're going to now contact ATC. Let's just go to... but before contacting ATC even, we need to file our flight plan. So it's going to be VFR, it's going to be Lowes to Lowe. Alternate airport. We don't have an alternate airport. Departure's going to be 7. Oh, what is it, Zulu? Oh, I'm so... What time is it in Zulu? My brain right now. 18. It's currently 18:25 to 18:76, 6:25. Okay, that's correct. So we're going to take off. Let's give ourselves a departure time of 30:35. So it's 18:35. En route time, it's roughly 50 nautical miles, so it's going to be maybe 45 minutes, which is going to be 0 there and 45 there. Important distinction. Fuel available, we have easily an hour and a half. Cruise speed 110. Cruise out, we're going to go for 4,500, not 4,500. VFR to Lowe, touch and go, and return. There we go. That's all I pretty much need for the route. File flight plan. So your radio is off, bro. You cannot ask for it for the pushback. I mean, yeah, exactly. Which is why I wouldn't. So you start. I'm starting the engine first, getting everything set up, ready to do the pushback. Except I'm not doing a pushback from this area. I'm just going to swing the aircraft around. But from this point now, I'm going to contact. Well, actually, I'm not going to contact. I'm going to grab the radio frequency, which is going to be approach and departure. Let's just double check VATSIM one more time. I always double check VATSIM. So we have. Okay, so if you just look at the app I've got, this is VATSpy. You can see myself there. You can see Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo 2 Lowe, and the ATC zone I'm in right now is VN radar, which is 134.35. Actually, I'm going to go 133.8 because he's a C3, not a C1. So 133.8. Okay, so let's just double check. Yeah, 133.8. and see if we can start to hear some things. Good evening, VN Radar, radio check. I can't hear him at all. Okay, that's not good. That's never good. Oh! Okay, microphone in, microphone out. That would work.
Zambia 881, Wien Radar.
Go ahead, Presenter 881.
881, contact now Wien Radar on frequency 13435.
Is that too loud for you guys?
13435.
Is that too loud for you guys? Okay, well I just...
Easy 4506, start descent for flight level 170 to be leveled Nixie.
Huh. Okay, let me just have a look at that. That's 130. Where is my... Ah, there it is. Okay. That is my ADF, which is there, and that is going to be Romeo Romeo Uniform Mike, which is on the approach to Innsbruck. So okay, so let's change this from volts and get ourselves the Celsius, which is always helpful. Okay, so now we heard, we could understand what was going on, and let's just double check. Approach ATIS. Let's grab the ATIS for
Emirates 902, contact now Innsbruck, frequency 119.275. 119.275.
119.275. Thank you. Bye bye. Emirates 902.
This is Innsbruck Information X-ray. At time 1750 runway and used by ABC. Transition level not determined. Windcom. Cav OK. Temperature 6. 2.3 QNH 1027. No significant change. Advise on initial contact. You have information X-ray.
Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, not any major weather issues that we need to be worrying about. Thankfully, this is a nice VFR day, so I'm happy. Let's get contacted with approach and see what he says. Hey, Domkey, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just going to contact VN Radar and see what he says. VN Radar, good evening. Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo. Did he even hear that? Hello? Did he hear that? Microphone? Yeah, I've got the right microphone device and it's working. Radar, good evening. Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo. Maybe I'm in the valley and he can't hear me. Maybe I need to go over to the other control.
Golf Lima India Fox Romeo, radio check.
Hear you 5x5. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I will read the 5x5, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, currently on the ground at Lima Oscar Whiskey Zulu, requesting VFR departure to the west towards Innsbruck for a touch and go and return.
Okay, you cleared for visual departure out of Zeltweg, taxi to the active and report ready for departure.
We'll taxi to the active and we'll report ready for departure. Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo. He didn't give me a squawk code or anything. But he'll probably give me my departure at the hold, which is a usual VFR thing. Okay, so...
and please careful your push to talk. Golf Lima Foxtrot, you are currently blocking the frequency with your push to talk. Please care for your push to talk button.
Sorry, say that again. Yes, I am using a push to talk button.
Yeah, but this push to talk button was online, so you was blocking the frequency. So it's now okay now. Thank you very much.
Okay, right. Okay, sounds like...
Easy 4506,
right.
Contact now, wind reader 134615, happy landing, servus.
That's so loud, I'm going to... I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to just tweak him down.
Negative, 134675, 675.
There we go.
Servus.
Okay, so it sounds like we're good. I think you were in channel 2. I'm using channel 1. Yeah, there's channel 2. I'm using channel 1. Yeah, com 1. Is that what you mean? So I'm going to go through the taxi checklist. Taxi light as required. Let's turn that on. Taxi light. Let's go navs on as well. So landing light as required. Strobe, let's go on. Okay, nav lights on. Park brake release. Rudder test, and then test your things. Okay, so rudder test, and let's just lean for ground operations, and just poke up the RPM a little bit as we...
Lufthansa forward, Tango November, direct to waypoint Simba.
Direct Simba, Lufthansa 4 Tango November.
We can see the windsock, so we're going to taxi to the active, which is... Oh, hello. I love the motion blur, but don't like the stutter.
Serbia 90 Alpha from present position back to Renka.
Okay. Is a what is that?
Serbia 90 Alpha, wind reader.
Okay, we're going to use 1 notch of flaps for departure. Let me just double check. Yeah, I was using channel 1 or com 1. Right, okay, so actually, plan G is telling me I'm going to be taking off with a tailwind. Oh, hello, is this a disused? Is this disused? No, is it? I have a bad feeling I'm in a disused taxiway area, but... We've only got a 2-knot wind, so it's...
Easy 28, identified, and you cleared for the Leoban 1 mic arrival.
Cleared for Leoban 1 mic arrival, easy 28.
Okay, park brake on. Just check
Good evening.
the approach. Approach and departure look good. So, radios are set, avionics are set, nav and GPS is on nav, autopilot is off, elevator trim is set for takeoff, flaps are set, cabin windows closed and locked, parking brake release. Let's just double check that trim. There we go, that's...
Easy 208 from present position, take to C bar.
He's going to give me a squawk code, at least I thought so. He should give me a squawk code. I'm going to take off to the left, and then it means I'm going to have to come round to the right and turn west. And climb through the valley. Okay. VN radar, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, ready for departure.
Golf Lima India Fox Romeo, wind in currently calm, QNH 1030, active, cleared for takeoff.
Copy the winds and cleared for takeoff, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, he still didn't give me a squawk code or anything like that, but as soon as I'm on 7,000, so let's now go to on and altitude.
090 Alpha, wind radar.
Okay. He's not giving us too much direction, but then there's no one else around, so we should be okay. Okay, mixture going rich. Flaps are set, throttle goes up, mixture rich, annunciator panel is clear. Speed indicator, check that that's working. Airspeed indicator, check that's working. Nose will lift at 55 and initial climb at 70 to 80. Okay. Okay, we are in place. Lovely scenery.
Easy 208, this contact now Graz radar on frequency 119.3, happy landing, servus.
So, landing light going on. And smoothly increase. Like so. And just keep a little bit of pressure to keep the nose down until we want the nose to rise.
0 Alpha, wind radar.
Airspeed alive. That is a short runway. Lift up the nose at 55, and I almost hit the fence there. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to that runway. Okay. Goodness me, all of a sudden these mountains.
Wien, guten Abend, SB 90 Alpha, with you flight level 380. SB 90 Alpha, okay, servus, please contact Wien reader 134350. SB 90 Alpha, to the copy, 134350.
There's my valley. Oh, look at the lighting. Up at 3,000. Okay, leaning above 3,000 to 75% on the mixture. Yep, you can immediately hear the engine respond to that new mixture setting. Beautiful. Oh.
Lufthansa 02 Alpha, please contact Wien radar 134350, have a great flight, servus.
Contact Wien radar 134350, Lufthansa 02 Alpha.
MSFS just going from strength to strength.
Affirmative, sir.
Of course, we won't really get any amazing flying in until we get some proper payware aircraft. 3,500, 1,000 to go.
Control Southwest Airlines radio check.
Southwest 11 radar contact, flight level 300, continue.
Continue. We're actually requesting further descent Southwest Airlines.
Okay, so 4,500 is going to give us a really nice cruise through the valley. The question then comes, what ridges are we going to have to hop over to get into the valley where Innsbruck is?
Let me see. Stand by, Southwest 11. I'll give you further information 2 minutes. Lufthansa 4 Tango November, contact Wien radar 13435, service.
13435, what Tango November, chief?
Let's make sure to keep in the middle of the valley.
Southwest 11, you clear for the Kuti, 1 Whiskey arrival, descent flight level 180.
Whiskey arrival, descending flight 180, Southwest around 41.
Golf Lima, India Foxtrot Romeo, please squawk Charlie.
Squawk Charlie, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Ugh, always forget that. Okay, there's us climbing up to 4,500.
Golf Fox Romeo, now radar identified, climb on this discretion and squawk 7,000. Later on, please contact with Innsbruck radar.
I'm sorry, say again for Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Maybe pop it in the text chat. I'm sorry.
Golf Fox Romeo, squawk 7,000. Unicom for the moment. You are VFR flight, so radar service terminated. Squawk 7,000 and frequency change approved.
AFM over to Unicom for Golf Foxtrot Romeo, squawking 7,000. Thanks.
Radar show altitude 179 with you.
Okay, so he gave me Unicom.
Inbound Romeo Tango Tango.
He gave me Unicom, so I'm gonna go squawk 7,000 and go Unicom.
179, wonderful leading sir, identified climb feather 330.
And if he wants to talk to me again, he can message me in the text chat, and I can go back to him. That just means that he just gave me away to Unicom, so we're happy. Oh, just can't get enough of this scenery. Beautiful. So, set at 4,500. We will have to climb. So I'm just gonna pull over my chart here for you. My moving chart. We're flying along the valley here, but as we get towards this lake, I'm probably going to begin climbing so that I can cross over. Maybe actually we could go all the way along to Zelamzilla and then north, and then west again, and do a zigzag into the Innsbruck Valley, because I know 4,500 just isn't going to cut it unless we climb, and that's what we gave ourselves. So it's not a long flight though. It should be really nice and scenic. So I'll just keep an eye on that map, and we'll see where we go. So good to see you folks in the chat. I'm just double checking that my scenery actually looks. Yeah, this is not proper scenery. This scenery looks a bit sparse. I'm thinking it's because my download taxi landing light off. Let's just go back to 75% on the throttle. Let's just go to cruise power 21 to 27, which it is. Elevator trim is set. Mixture lean for altitude. Engine gauges check. Yeah, we are good on the engine gauges. fuel flow, everything's good. Flight instruments, check, and that's all good. So, yeah, I think that the scenery right now, unfortunately, is not the full streaming scenery, and I think it's because I'm live streaming. My download rate is suffering because I'm live streaming, and so the scenery isn't looking as good. Hopefully that will kick in at some point. But even though the scenery isn't 100%, it still looks beautiful. So. Okay, what we need to do is we need to think about the next person we're talking to, which is going to be Innsbruck approach, which is 11972. So I'm going to go to him now. Well, not go to him now, but just have him in the 11972 in, I think 725 should be. Your videos help me get into the VATSIM VFR world, Pete. Thank you. You're welcome, Pedro. Thank you. That's a lovely shot down that valley. Look at that. Beautiful. We have slowed down a little bit. I'm actually going to push my throttle back up to max. Yeah, the scenery I'm looking at right now obviously isn't the full welly on the scenery. It's not, because it's not being downloaded dynamically into the simulator. And again, that's just my download speed. I've moved house. If you can tell based off my last live stream, you can see my background and my webcam is different. It's because I moved house and I'm now in a different location in the UK. And so, although this internet is good, it's not the same as the one that I had in my old house, and so there's a bit of teething issues there. So. Not something I'm going to fix anytime soon, though. I can see a horizontal line. That might be a mist layer line. So, look at these shots looking into these valleys. Beautiful. Yeah. This scenery. It's yeah. Sorry, guys. If I hit stop and general, it's gonna pause me data. Yeah, the data limitation is off. I haven't touched that. I can only say the same. Your videos showed me the VFR side of VATSIM, which honestly would enjoy. Yeah, a lot of people learn to fly on VATSIM in a 737 and an A320, and they never fully appreciate the more rough and ready VFR world that is out there, and there's so much extra to learn. Well, not extra. Everything that you do in VFR flying in a 172, you do in an airliner. It's all the same flying. The gauges are the same. The information is all the same. It's just the way in which you fly, the tolerances that you fly to, and your relationship to ATC is different as well. And that can be interesting. So I started in VATSIM flying VFR, and then I gradually went and flew IFR later. But the thing is with these small aircraft, if you have the right gauges in front of you, you can fly IFR in a 172 just like you could in an airliner, in IMC. So, yeah, I am gonna have to climb. Okay, I'm going to have to climb. Let's climb up to 6,500, 4, 5, 6. Let's throw on an extra 2,000 feet. See how that does me. Let's start climbing by 300 feet per minute, up to 6,000. Evening, Peter. I think your Bing world data was off in your settings. Was it off? Okay, let's just see if we can change that. I did just do an update. So that update, Bing world. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Photogrammetry, everything on. Data limit off. Data tracking, reset delay, bandwidth. Okay, apply and save. So sorry, guys. I just did an update recently. I did the most recent update, and it must have reset some settings for me, so I didn't realize. I thought it should have been on by default. Okay, yep. You see those little, yep. It's all coming in now. Yeah, see all of the custom sceneries popping in. That's kind of cool. Look at that, all the little, bit by bit, it's all arriving, yeah. Or it should be arriving, it shouldn't be disappearing there. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, so it should be dynamically merging. Yeah, actually that I think some of the settings are not quite right. Let me just tweak that setting and go general. Let's go back to this data. I really shouldn't be doing this on VATSIM, but here we go. Rolling cache on scenery, graphics, sound, traffic, flight model misc. Where do I do scenery distance here? Oh. Terrain shadows. These have all been tweaked. Hopefully that might... So the scenery distance... The scenery distance is... Oh no, now it looks like it's loaded in. No, it's still disappearing behind me at a very close distance, and it shouldn't be. I should see horizon to horizon Bing data. Maybe it just needs a fresh restart of the sim, which I'm not going to do because I'm on VATSIM. So let's go due west. We're going to go up through this gap, and 5,000, passing through 5,000 feet. Yeah, so 6,000 should just about do it through here. It may just need a restart once you land. Yeah, that's true, James. I think that's probably what it is. But you know, for being able to dynamically change your settings so drastically like that on the fly in the middle of the simulator, that's pretty good. I mean, I can forgive it for that. Yeah. So, in terms of the weather, I heard that there was a slight weather adjustment, something about the metadata refresh. I don't know if that means that they've tweaked the weather engine so that the weather engine is reading off the metas yet, so that we can have accurate VATSIM flying with the default weather engine. That would be really amazing. I did purchase the Rex weather engine Skyforce thing, but it's pretty crap, I have to admit. I would like to get a refund, although I don't know that I will. Um, but if they're going to be patching up the the default weather engine so that VATSIM users have realistic, there we go, so that VATSIM users have realistic weather to fly with, then I'm a happy man. Yep, so we're basically going to go through this the valley system. There's the lake that I was talking about. We're going to go through this valley system until we hit the road going north, which is, if I look at my chart, the B169, and that's going to link us up with the valley of the Innsbruck valley chain. So we're essentially going to be looking for a valley that runs left to right, and then we're going to turn right. But beautiful scenery. Oh, everything about the graphics of this sim and the lighting engine, I'm just googly eyes for. And the performance as well is just off the charts. There are some tweaks still to be made, but they are making them gradually. So, you know, I'm happy. I'm just going to watch my own see, the ETA bar at the top isn't giving me a reading, which I don't know why. But this is only the second time I've used this, so. Oh, and it gives me an FPS counter in the bottom right as well. That's cool. Sweet. So we're just coming up to 6,500. We're going to lean out just a little bit more. Just adjust our ETA, EGT. Can't speak today. EGT. Just set that reading, and wait and see. We can get ourselves a lean. Okay, coming up on 6,500. Should level out here. And again, I'm just going to go and double check my distance to Innsbruck radar. So fairly soon, 119.27, 119.27, not 72. That's going to have to be 275. Going to come over across this mountain face here. Yeah, the scenery, yeah, might just need a sim restart, but whatevs. It's looking fine. It's looking all good now. Can you imagine just living in a little log cabin on the side of a mountain like this? Crazy. Crazy beautiful. Not sure how practical it would be though. Domke says, my VFR flight plan schedule for future flights is pretty ambitious. Reaching from St. Petersburg to Edinburgh to Lisbon to Istanbul, the flights themselves are pretty short, but I have a lot planned. Nice! I don't know when I'm going to do these flights. I can't get myself to play MSFS currently, what I find pretty unfortunate. Is there any reason why you can't play it at the moment? Is there something wrong with your install, or you're just not, you don't want to play it in its current state? Look at that shot. Is this our turning? Oh, this is our turning. Okay then. So we came through that valley, and it's going to be all the way along to the end of that valley and a left turn before that that mountain range there. It's going to be a left turn behind there. So we're going to follow this road, follow the yellow brick road. And yeah, so just all the way up there. Let me just double check. Looking good. I am going to be conflicting with his traffic, so I need to talk to him now, so that he has time to prep for my. So I'm following the B169 motorway. It's not that I'm a hobby author working on a story right now. I'm currently battling some mental problems, and yeah, my current motivation for video games is limited. Yeah, no, I totally understand that. Tell me about it, Domkey. Motivation is a huge thing, and I find it difficult myself. I really do. I really do. Because, you know, I've got my own life and I'm trying to, you know, sort out some pretty real things. I just moved house on Monday, so I'm essentially, yeah, that's a big topic, but an important one. So yeah, hope all goes well with that. Innsbruck approach, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, radio check. I can see traffic off to my. Let's just double check that. Innsbruck. $119,725. 275. Yeah, that's correct. Innsbruck approach, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, radio check.
Yep, Golf Lima India Fox Romeo, hello, Radio 5.
Hi, Innsbruck approach, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo is VFR, currently 6,500 feet, going to be entering your airspace soon. Requesting a touch and go at Innsbruck and then a return to my original airport.
Okay, Golf Lima India Fox Romeo, I see. So you want to enter the tower control zone, the Delta control zone, correct? Not the airspace Charlie?
A-firm, Golf Foxtrot Romeo.
Okay, Golf Fox Romeo then, that sounds awesome, but you're calling the wrong guy. Contact the tower, please, 120.1.
Over to tower, thank you very much, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, so he...
And Transavia 25 Kilo Papa, confirm you will start your turn at some point?
121.
Chauffeur, yes, we have to perform a holding at Rottenberg to get the localizer, right?
No. I would have thought...
Innsbruck Tower, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, radio check.
To Dubrovnik via Rattenberg 3 Juliet departure.
Oh, sorry, Austin 983, runway in U26. You're clear to Dubrovnik via Rattenberg 1 Romeo departure.
I'm just going to do, go into a holding pattern.
Austrian X-ray cleared Dubrovnik via Rattenberg 1 Romeo departure. Climb initially flight level 120 and squawk is 4672.
Austrian X-ray, is that correct? Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, Innsbruck Tower, servus, go ahead.
Thank you. Golf Foxtrot Romeo is requesting entry into your Class D airspace for touch and go at Innsbruck Airport, and then vacate the airspace back to the east.
Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, do you have the VFR charts to Innsbruck with you?
Oh, shoot. A-firm, got the charts. We'll pull them out, so give me a couple minutes, Golf Foxtrot Romeo.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, I will give you your clearance and then you can look it up. Golf Foxtrot Romeo, enter control zone via mic routing, 4,000 feet or below. Correction. Enter the control zone via mic routing, 4,000 feet or below. Squawk 7000, QNH 1027, expect runway 26.
So that is enter the mic routing, not above 4,000 feet, and copy the QNH. Runway expecting is 26, Golf Foxtrot Romeo.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, thank you, correct.
Okay, so mic routing, and that's VFR routing, and he is saying,
Tower, request by fire clearance.
so let's go Navigraph.
Philadelphia 555, you're cleared to Berlin via Rattenberg 1 Romeo departure, Romeo Tango Tango 1 Romeo, runway 26, initial climb flight level 120, squawk 4677.
Please have the visual approach. Mic routing.
555, initial climb to 120 via Romeo Tango Tango, runway 26, departure, and scope 4677.
Philadelphia 555, is that correct?
I need to just make sure I'm not smashing into a mountain here. Let's just do another. Mic routing.
X-ray, 6 startup.
39 X-ray, startup approved, call me ready for taxi.
Work Austrian X-ray.
Innsbruck Tower, schönen guten Abend, Sierra Papa Kilo Papa Foxtrot VFR.
Sierra Papa Kilo Papa Foxtrot, Innsbruck Tower, servus, go ahead.
It's my stupid mistake.
VFR over Virgil, we would like to enter CMA.
I can't find this.
Sierra Papa Kilo Papa Foxtrot, do you have the VFR chart for Innsbruck?
VFR chart.
We will discuss it in 3 moments. Stand by, Sierra Papa Kilo Papa Foxtrot.
Ah! Oh. English, please. Please, English. English me. Visual approach. I really don't want to...
Model 555, we are ready for push and start.
Really don't want to smash into the side of a mountain here. Okay, gonna come down to 4,000 feet. What? Oh.
Sierra Papa Kilo Whiskey Delta, VFR with you.
I know it's doing that.
Sierra Papa Kilo Foxtrot Delta. Servus, pass your message.
Sierra Papa Kilo Whiskey Delta, we would like to approach Innsbruck.
Sierra Papa Kilo Whiskey Delta, do you have the visa chart for Innsbruck with you?
Yes, we have Sierra Papa Kilo Whiskey Delta.
Thank you very much. Sierra Whiskey Delta, enter control zone via mic routing. Not above 4,000 feet. QNH 1027, squawk 7,000, expect runway 26.
Mic routing. What is mic routing? I can't find mic routing anywhere.
Good day.
Ah.
Papa establishing a localizer 26.
Consider 25 Kilo Papa, Innsbruck, Tower,
There's Foxtrot Mike. Ah. Finally.
26 Kilo Papa.
Right, so he says...
Kilo Papa Foxtrot, we've got the VFR charts right now.
Sierra Papa Foxtrot, thank you. Enter control zone via mic routing, not above 4,000 feet. Squawk 7,000, QNH 1.
Okay, so max 4,000 feet.
Runway 26, enter airspace via mic, no higher than 4,000 feet. Sierra Papa Kilo Papa Foxtrot, thank you.
Okay, so at this intersection, I need to turn left. Yeah, at that intersection, I need to turn left to 235, max 4,000 feet, so 235, and then follow that down to... Yeah.
Sierra Papa Kilo Whiskey Delta to runway 26 via Mike 1.
Austrian Alps, ready for taxi.
Austrian Alps, going from 26 via Bravo QNH 1027.
QNH 1027, 26 via Bravo, Austrian Alps.
Kilo Delta Golf 74, descending to flight level 1009.
The battle for VFR charts, yep. That's why vectoring is so nice, exactly.
7.4 tower, servus, continue approach. Expect runway 26, reduce now to minimum approach speed.
Runway 26, right.
Oh crap. Someone big is coming up behind me.
And Kilo Delta Golf 74, please start reducing to your minimum speed now.
Kilo Delta Golf 74, too much noise around. Can you please send it by text?
I'm just...
Kilo Delta Golf 74, reducing speed to 146.
Okay, so that was mic 1. I'm coming in, and I will come down to mic 2.
Innsbruck Tower, model 555, ready for taxi runway 26.
Moldavia 555, taxi from 26 via Bravo, QNH is 1027.
QNH 1027, taxi via Bravo.
And then it's around this area that I turn down to 190 and go south of the river. It's in this area here. So I need to be kind of over by this cliff wall. So the runway is off in the distance there. There's someone there coming in. So I can't see as well as I would like, but at least I know I'm in the ballpark. This is what he is expecting of me. Hey Domka, thank you so much for the 10 euros. That's very kind of you. I will change that super chat donation. I will do that now, actually.
Kilo Delta Golf 74, are you able to locate direct on Alpha?
Thank you.
Kilo Delta Golf 74.
I reading you 1 by 5.
Oh, 1 by 5. That's not good. Okay, turning 190 now. Yep, so that's a turn max 4,000 feet.
I will try vacate direct on A.
Seite 25 Kilo Papa, hold position. Seite 25 Kilo Papa, please expedite vacating via Alpha.
Expedite vacating 25 Kilo Papa.
Seite 25 Kilo Papa, willkommen in full taxi apron via Alpha.
Can you repeat the gate from Kilo Papa via Alpha?
Seite 25 Kilo Papa, you can take a stand of your choice.
Send for my choice, runway is vacated at Kilo Papa.
So good day, Alpha 9 X-ray.
Alpha 9 X-ray, Innsbruck Tower, Servus clear, Berlin, Brandenburg, Rattenberg, 1 Romeo departure, Romeo Tango Tango, 1 Romeo, runway 26. Initial time 120, squawk 4667.
Clear Rattenberg 1 Romeo. Departure or runway 26. Initial climb by level 120 and squawk 4667. Alpine 9 X-ray.
Alpine 9 X-ray, repair correct?
Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo holding roughly Mike 2 position, 4,000 feet.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, continue to Mike 3, report Mike 3.
Continue Mike 3, report Mike 3, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, so he's cleared us to Mike 3.
Instructor, good evening. Austrian 4 Mike 3, Interbase Doodle, request clearance.
So let's just continue this turnaround. This is just a
120.
just a cute little orbit.
Austrian 4 Mike 3, Innsbruck Tower, schönen guten Abend.
So from Mike 2 to Mike 3.
Rattenberg 1 Romeo departure, Romeo Tango Tango.
So basically 250.
Initial time 120, squawk 4665.
Austrian 4 Mike 3, clear destination Berlin-Brandenburg. Departure Rattenberg 1 Romeo, initial climb 12, flight level 120 and squawk 4665.
Okay.
Austrian 4 Mike 3, thank you.
So now based on the chart, still max 4,000 feet up to Mike 3, and then from Mike 3, I see. Mike 3, descend to 3,500 feet, and then go into a holding pattern for the visual approach. I see. Yeah.
Austrian 9 X-ray behind you departing.
That makes sense.
77 in front of you, line up and wait, runway 26 behind, backtrack is approved.
Landed runway 26 behind, departing 737 behind Austrian X-ray.
So now we're on course. Let's go. That's 250. So that's pretty much directly up this direction, and then there's the runway, and then we're going to descend to 3,500 feet on the south side of the runway, lining up for a downwind and final visual 26. Now it's starting to make sense. Lol. This is fun. It's always fun. This is what VFR is all about.
Kilo Papa Foxtrot approaching Mike 2. Sierra Papa Foxtrot, copy, continue Mike 3, 1 Cessna 172 following Mike routing 2.5 miles in front of you, same altitude. Continue Mike 3 with good traffic inside Sierra Papa Kilo Papa Foxtrot.
This is good. First time I've seen a VFR chart used. Jara, welcome to the stream, Jara. Well, it makes sense. I mean, if we're flying with Bing maps injected into the simulator here, we can literally look at the roads and the buildings and then look at a VFR chart and do the job.
Model 555, 2,000 feet.
It just took me a couple of frantic moments to find the right VFR chart to use. Utter chaos. This would make me sweat like a marathon runner. Yeah. Once I know what's going on, I'm happy. But when ATC asks you for something and you don't know what is going on, that's when you're just like, oh crap, I need to just go into a holding pattern and figure this out. But it's just stress management, really, he says. So I have the Orbex Innsbruck scenery, so I'm just wondering where it begins and where it looks like it begins on the riverside there. So I'm going to be very interested to see what the scenery looks like here and how it compares with default. Actually, I don't know how much, if I have enough fuel to make it back to Lois, so I might actually do a full stop here. Yeah. Might do a full stop here. Might do a full stop and refuel. Yeah. The night is young. Yeah, I might do a yeah, that's what I do. I'll do a quick tea break and fill up some fuel on the pad.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, enter final runway 26, keep high speed alive as long as practicable.
Enter finals for runway 26 and we'll keep the speed up. Golf Foxtrot Romeo, thank you.
Sierra Papa Foxtrot, do you have the Cessna 172 on your 12 o'clock, 1.5 miles out in sight? We've got in sight, Sierra Papa Foxtrot. Sierra Foxtrot Romeo, you will follow the aircraft as number 2.
Sweet, so he's given me direct. Direct. So instead of having to hold up Mike 2, he has said, you start getting lined up for a runway, mate. So that traffic that's just taken off and is climbing, or maybe it's that traffic behind me that was just told to that it was number 2. But let me just double check VATSIM here. Yeah. Oh crap! There is a lot of people coming in and out. There's 8. Oh crap! Oh yes, everyone is much larger than I am. I don't know what's beeping there. Oh, that's middle marker is beeping. Okay, that's fine. I'm keeping up my speed.
Yeah, Papa Foxtrot, just to confirm, follow the Cessna 172, right?
Austrian X-ray contact Innsbruck, radar on 109 at decimal 275. Bye bye.
he's climbing. He's not coming back to land, so he's not going to be the one on that's number 2.
Innsbruck Tower, hello, what is 123? How will you?
Okay, before landing checklist, pilot and passenger seatbacks, upright position, seat belts are secure and locked, fuel selector.
Romeo wind calm, runway 26, clear to land, expedite vacating.
Clear to land 26 will expedite the vacating, Golf Foxtrot Romeo, thanks. Okay, so mixture, rich, taxi and landing lights on,
Hold over Mike 3.
and autopilot is off.
Westjet 123, continue approach, expect late landing clearance.
Continue, expect late.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to land, I'm not going to touch down on the threshold, I'm going to touch down halfway down so that I can get down the length of the runway faster.
Sierra Papa Kilo Whiskey Delta approach Mike 3.
This is nice scenery.
Sierra Whiskey Delta, join holding over Mike 3.
I asked for a touch and go though, so...
Holding over Mike 3 Sierra Papa Kilo Whiskey Delta.
He gave me vacating, so I'm actually just gonna...
Westjet 123, expect late landing clearance.
Bleed
Late landing clearance with 123.
bleed the speed, I'm not even touching the brakes.
Foxtrot Romeo, expedite vacating.
We'll go. Oh, and that is...
Austrian Formax Sierra, request push and start.
Austin Formax Sierra, push and start, is approved.
What was that?
Formax Sierra.
I am sorry.
123, wind calm, runway 26, clear to land.
I am sorry.
Foxtrot Romeo will come in Innsbruck, taxi apron via Alpha.
Taxi apron via Alpha, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. What was that? I am sorry.
Tower Alpine 9 X-ray, outside request push and start.
What was that?
9 X-ray, push and start, is approved.
Push and start approved. Alpine 9 X-ray.
I mean, that was...
Papa Foxtrot, enter base, report final.
That was a very untextbook landing.
Enter base report final, Sierra Papa Foxtrot.
Sierra Whiskey Delta, enter base, report final.
That was a very untextbook landing.
Sierra report final.
But that kink in the runway scenery? What? What was that? This is supposed to be payware. I just don't know. Anyway, when we take off again, we're going to be rotating long before that anyway, so... There's a fueling pump right there. Ooh, he's big. Ooh. That's... Let's just not shave off the nose of...
Sierra Papa Foxtrot on final 26.
Sierra Papa Foxtrot, wind calm, runway 26, clear to land after landing, expedite vacating.
Clear to land runway 26 after landing expedite vacating, Sierra Papa Fox.
Westjet 123 willkommen in Innsbruck apron via Alpha, servus.
Servus, bye, thanks, wisdom, 3.
Okay. So what we're going to do,
Westjet 123 willkommen in Innsbruck, taxi to the apron, stand up.
we are going to do a very quick tea. I'm going to grab some more tea.
Sierra Papa Kilo Whiskey Delta on final.
Sierra Whiskey Delta, continue approach number 2.
So I'm going to go grab some tea. We have refueled the aircraft. When I get back, we're going to fly back to our starting airport. So take the time, folks, to go grab a beverage of choice. Be back in a second.
04 Innsbruck Tower, servus, continue approach, expect runway 26, number 4, wind calm.
26 and number 4, Thunder 604.
But that you aren't too worried, the other 3 aircraft are VFR rivals.
Roger, Thunder 604.
Innsbruck Tower, guten Abend. Austrian 1443 at stand 8, Airbus 319, with information Zulu requesting IFR to Vienna, please.
Austrian 1443, Innsbruck Tower Service. I will call you back in about 2 minutes.
Standing by,
Can give you a
Austrian
successful
443.
look on threshold runway 26. Sierra Whiskey Delta, wind calm, runway 26, clear to land.
Runway 26, clear to land, sir, Kilo Whiskey Delta.
And Sierra Whiskey Delta, exit vacating.
Expedite vacating, Kilo Whiskey Delta.
Pan X-ray.
Pan X-ray holding point 26 via Bravo QNH is 1028.
QNH 1028, holding point 265. Pan X-ray.
Sierra Papa Foxtrot runway vacated. Sierra Papa Foxtrot, thank you very much. Taxi GAC via Alpha, servus. Taxi via Alpha, servus. Sierra Papa Foxtrot, thank you.
Innsbruck Tower, Austrian we are ready for taxi. We will need backtrack for takeoff.
Informax Sierra, no problem. Taxi holding point 26 via Bravo QNH 1028.
QNH 138, holding point runway 26 via Bravo, Austrian Informax Sierra.
Austin Bomb 443, are you ready to copy?
I'm ready to copy, Austrian 4043.
Austin Bomb 443, you're cleared Wien, Rattenberg 1 Romeo departure, Romeo Tango Tango 1 Romeo, runway 26, initial climb 120, squawk 4673.
Clear to Vienna via the Romeo. Could you repeat the SID, please? And squawk 4673 for Austrian 1443.
Austin Bomb 443, Romeo Tango Tango 1 Romeo departure, runway 26.
Thank you. Romeo Tango Tango 1 Romeo departure for runway 26, Austrian 1443.
Sierra Whiskey Delta, willkommen in Innsbruck, Apron via Alpha, servus.
Taxi via Alpha, Kilo Whiskey Delta.
Tower, good evening, Twitch 1 to Mike, local SRTME East, 13 miles.
Twitch 1 Delta Mike Innsbruck Tower, servus, continue approach, number 2, wind calm, reduce now to minimum approach speed.
Continue approach, minimum approach speed, Twitch 1 Delta Mike.
Alpha 9 X-ray, are you ready for departure?
We got them ready for departure, Pan X-ray.
Do you require backtrack?
Negative, Pan X-ray.
Alpha 9 X-ray, wind calm, runway 26, cleared immediate takeoff.
Cleared immediate takeoff, runway 26 Delta, Pan X-ray.
Tower Servus 3 Charlie X, Lufthansa 3 Charlie X, localizer team East.
Lufthansa 3 Charlie X, Innsbruck Tower, servus, continue approach, expect runway 26, wind calm, number 3, reduce speed to 160 knots or less.
160 knots or less, and we'll continue 3 Charlie X.
From jet 604, continue approach, expect late landing clearance for 1 departure ahead.
Roger, continue from jet 604.
Austin 4 Mike Sierra, expect a delay of about 5 minutes due to inbound traffic.
Mike Sierra.
Tomjet 604, wind calm, runway 26, clear to land, vacate, direct Alpha.
268 land will get off as quickly as possible, Thomas 604.
Thank you very much. Switchhead 1 Delta Mike, please get as low as you possibly can and expect a late landing clearance.
As low as possible and expect late landing clearance. Switchhead 1 Delta Mike.
Thank you. I know very weird speed clearances today in Innsbruck.
Okie doke, I am here. Right. Hope everyone is well. I am back. Let's just take off my T sign.
Innsbruck Tower, Austrian 1443, ready for push and start.
Austrian Alps 443, push and start is approved.
Push and start approved, yeah. Austrian 1443.
For 9 X-ray, contact Innsbruck radar 119275. Servus.
Radar 119275. Alpine 9 X-ray. Ciao, schönen Abend.
Wünsche ich auch. Servus.
Okay, and while sitting here, I've probably eaten through no fuel. Okay. Oh, look at him coming in there. Nice touchdown. Okay, so time to change our flight plan. Swap. For our flight plan.
Switchhead 1 Delta Mike, please the aircraft is vacating runway 26, clear to land if able to vacate direct on Alpha.
Clear to land, runway 26, and we'll try to vacate on Alpha to Jet 1 Delta Mike.
Thank you. Stormjet 604, herzlich willkommen in Innsbruck, taxi to the apron via Alpha.
I really need a piece of paper and a pencil.
Apron via Alpha, Dankeschön, and Thomas 604.
I really need a piece of paper and a pencil. And I don't have one. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'm gonna get one here. Aha. Just a scrap of paper to write on here.
Confirm you need a backpack.
I just moved house, so everything's still in boxes. Only the most essential items, such as my tea mugs, have been unpacked. And my computer. Right. Let's just grab a pen of sorts. Come on. Right, you fool.
Behind the landing 2 jet line up and wait, runway 26 behind, backtrack is approved, expedite please.
Behind, landing traffic, backtrack, runway 26, wait behind, as fast as possible.
Oh, he's coming in hot.
Thank you. Lufthansa 3 Charlie X-ray reduced to absolute minimum speed, expect late landing clearance. There will be one departure ahead.
Yeah, we will try our best. We are on the minimum already. Well, we'll reduce further. 3 Charlie X-ray.
Yeah, 3 Charlie X-ray, but please in the safe area.
Ja, wir versuchen alles.
Abgeschmiert ist es heute doch Chord in Innsbruck.
Schön.
Innsbruck Tower, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, requesting a VFR return to Lima Oscar Whiskey Zulu.
Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, stand by, I will call you back in about 1 minute.
Okay.
Switchhead 1 Delta Mike, willkommen in Innsbruck, thank you very much. Taxi apron via Alpha. Servus.
Apron via Alpha, Switchhead 1 Delta Mike.
Okay, so just looking at my VFR chart, I could route south through this valley. I mean, roads obviously. But then that gives me actually no. It's probably best that I come out the way I came. Probably best I come out the way I came, which is going to mean routing back up. It's going to depend on where he's going to send me, and how high. I'm not sure, so. We really shouldn't have, sorry, I shouldn't have had my strobe on this entire time. Yeah, but that runway, that kink in the elevation is just unacceptable. I have no clue.
26, clear to land, 3 Charlie X, gerne, gerne.
I have no clue how, because this is Orbex.
Contact 604 William Lawrence, Dankeschön, Lazarus.
This is Orbex scenery,
Thank you very
so
much for flying Cecil.
how that's...
Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo. Leaf controls on via mic routing, not above 4,000 feet. Squawk 7000 QNH 1028. Startup approved. Call me ready to taxi.
Vacate the airspace via the mic routing, not above 4,000 feet. Squawk 7000, and I'm ready for taxi. Golf for Foxtrot Romeo.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, great news. Holding point 26 via Bravo QNH 1028.
Holding point 26 via Bravo, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay. So he's given me, let's go. This is actually where Navigraph is going to help me. And I don't have it.
Contact Departure 109er275 Austrian from Xera. Danke für das tolle Event.
Gerne, ich bin morgens am auch noch da.
Ich bin mir sicher, ich komme vorbei.
Taxi. Okay, via Bravo 26 lineup. Okay, that's nice and simple. Off with the... Okay... Let's go. Taxi checklist. Landing lights. As required.
Herzlich willkommen in Innsbruck. Taxi to the apron via Alpha. Servus.
For the taxi, it said the strobe should be on. So, navigation lights are on. Park brake release. Park brake. Test the brakes. Brakes tested. Rudder. We haven't been testing the rudder because we've been turning. And then turn coordinator, heading indicator, and compass are all good. We will not do the run up because we've been fine this entire time. So. Before takeoff, radios are set, avionics set, navs set, transponder is on alt, autopilot is off, and we are going to taxi in front of that guy.
Oscar Kilo Tango Oscar Mike Innsbruck Tower, Servus. Continue approach, expect runway 26, reduce now to your absolute minimum speed, expect late landing clearance.
Roger,
I'm not sure how to get rid of the Orbex AI traffic, because the Orbex...
Good evening, VTU555.
Hey, hello Peter, catching your stream after a 2-hour flight. Nice, Sevi! Where have you been flying to? Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of the Orbex AI static aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. If anyone does know, let me know. There should not be a duplication of signage. I don't know what's going on with this scenery. Do not know what's going on with this scenery. I'm gonna have to uninstall it and reinstall it again. Okay, and as we did last time, we're going to take 1 notch of flaps on takeoff. So climb up to 4,000 feet. Squawk 7,000 is set, and 4,000 in the box on the altitude as well. Oh, it's just what I mean. This elevation issue. And hold before the instrument hold line. Just a local maneuver flight out in the American Midwest. Okay, okay. And there is our landing. Golf Foxtrot Romeo holding 26.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo hold short 26, 2 Alpha, arrival spray.
Hey, firm. Okay, he's like there's 2 arriving, so I'm just like, cool. I'm happy. Happy to watch the traffic. See, there's an arrival there. And there is a 172 just there. Yeah, you see, look at this. I have not got the scenery installed correctly.
Runway 26, clear to land.
Because this was not like this the last time I used this.
Runway 26.
Yeah.
clear to land. Go.
There's been some sort of strange...
Foxtrot Romeo, behind the next landing aircraft, an A321, final runway 26, land up and wait, runway 26 behind.
Line up and rate runway 26 behind the landing aircraft. Golf Foxtrot Romeo. That looks like someone pushing back, getting ready to go. Yep, so behind this, he's high. He is quite high. Maybe he's coming in to do an overhead hold over the airfield to descend in the valley. But this is the guy that is apparently an A321. Which obviously Microsoft Flight Simulator, we do not have any form of reliable model matching yet, but there we go. Is there a way how I can check if an airport is featured in MSFS? I'm currently configuring multiprop VFR flight in Europe. Yes, there is, Domkey. If you go into MSFS, I think, well, it's just watch forums, just watch the FS Marketplace, FS Elite, that sort of thing, and just ask people, not that I would know all of the airports, but does this look like an A321? No, it looks like an A320. So line up and wait. He is good to go. Let's get in place.
Disconnecting. Thank you for the excellent service and have a good time.
Now let's get the landing light on. The strobe is already on. Mixture is rich.
Roger, have a good one. Bye-bye.
So he said line up and wait behind.
Austrian 1443, ready for taxi.
Austrian 1443, taxi holding point, runway 26 via Bravo.
Holding point, runway 26 via Bravo.
I feel naked holding on a runway like this.
Golf Lima India Fox Romeo, wind calm, runway 26, cleared for tail, actually standby short.
Innsbruck Tower, runway is clear.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, wind calm, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 26, Golf Foxtrot Romeo.
Oscar Mike, willkommen in Innsbruck, taxi to the airplane via
lol. The one time that I...
Thank you very much, thank you for your patience.
Austrian 808, requesting mic check.
Austrian 8008, Innsbruck Tower, good evening, I read you 5
I accidentally must have pressed a button there. I think I pressed Shift F2 by accident. Okay. They must have...
Austin Bomb 443, line up and wait, runway 26, backtrack is approved.
Line up and wait, runway 26, backtrack approved, Austrian 1443.
So he said using mic routing. So I need to turn left and then come back via mic 3. Because that's Sierra and that's India. So I just need to continue this rate of climb and then...
Austrian 808, requesting IFR clearance to Lima Delta Papa Lima with information alpha on board.
Austin 808, stand by 1 second. Austin Bomb 443, wind calm, runway 26, clear for takeoff. Austin Bomb 443, wind calm, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Austrian 1443.
Just watching that tree line.
Austin 8008, you are cleared to Pula, via the Romeo Tango Tango 1 Romeo departure, runway 26, initial climb flight level 120, squawk 4661, expedite climbing and expect a direct to Breno.
Can you repeat that squawk please for Austrian 808?
Austrian 8008, squawk 4661.
Clear to Tula via Romeo Tango Tango 1 Romeo departure runway 26, initial altitude flight level 120, squawk 4661.
Austrian 8008, thank you very much, repeat correct.
Is he even going to get off the runway? Only barely. Goodness me. Okay, so we're just going to be routing back via Mike. Actually, using mixture rich at Innsbruck really isn't a good idea, because you're actually decreasing your engine power at this altitude by trying to take off with rich mixture. So next time I come in here, I'm gonna take off and land on 75% mixture, because you get a significant performance boost if you bring it from mixture rich down to 75%. And we're already at 4,000 feet, so.
Correct, it's Romeo Tango Tango 1 Romeo.
Okay, so I'm going to keep off to the side on that, the 090, I believe it was.
Scandinavian 447 Innsbruck, tower do you read?
So,
Scandinavian 447 Innsbruck, do you read?
okay. So coming back along the from Mike 3 to Mike 2 is 070.
Innsbruck Tower, Scandinavian 447 with com check.
Scandinavian 447 Innsbruck Tower, good evening, I read you 5x5.
Over to Innsbruck radar on 119.27, Austrian 1443.
I need to get further over towards the mountain before, so I need to make that turn to 070 just about there. I don't want to.
8008 requesting push and start.
Austrian 8008, push and start is approved.
I don't want to conflict with any potential incoming traffic. Okay. There we go. If that's 070, then I am going to have to turn a bit tighter. But that is when I reach Mike, which is just, if I even zoom in further here. How do I? There we go. The turning point is at Vierberg, which is... yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually that was perfect. Remember when I was coming in, Vierberg right there, that was exactly Mike 2. Yeah, that was Vierberg, Mike 2. That turn I made, that was perfect. So actually I need to be on this line here. So I went a little bit too close to the mountain there. But that's fine. Hello. Yep, and he might to hand me off to... Colas and Via. It should be... There's Vatins ahead of me, and Via should be further up. So, there is Vatins ahead of me, and Via will be just this one here. It's going to get some of that tea. Oh yes. Oh yes. Väldigt bra. Väldigt bra. En kopp te. Väldigt bra. Right, let's turn 070 again. Perfect. Love it when a plan comes together.
156, starting push is approved, facing east.
And then from Mike 2, we want to turn 010 and follow the big motorway up to Mike 1. Okay, so if this is Via or Viaberg, then we want to cross the river to our left, 010, and curve. So from here, 010 and curve, like so. 010 feels very harsh though. That's like a almost left hand across the. But that's what it says. 010. And all of the higher traffic will actually be staying above my altitude, because they have to cross over these mountains here, and then begin their glide down in there. So
Austrian 808, requesting taxi instructions for runway 26.
Austrian 8008, taxi via Bravo, do you require backtrack?
Bravo, we don't require backtrack. Austrian 808.
Austrian 8008, clear, just 1028, report ready for departure.
Report ready for departure. Austrian 808.
Okay, 055 on that final heading, which is 055 set. Alright, I see traffic above. And then from Mike 1, turn right and go back down the valley and climb up to 6,500. Whew, so that was that just showed how unprepared I was for Innsbruck. I definitely need to study up on the VFR movements around Innsbruck, because it is a very interesting airfield with a lot of restricted airspace, which is proves for some makes for some very interesting flying. I will definitely have to fly in and out of here again in various different aircraft. Various different times of day. Okay, he might hand me off to approach, which is 119.725, which is in standby from when we came in, so no difficulty there. I wondered what those buildings were though. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll be able to get this entire flight all the way back to our starting airfield, Lima Oscar Whiskey Zulu, with the Bing Maps data going into the sim. Beautiful. Thank you, Austria. That was fun.
Austrian 8008, proceed visually direct Breno.
Romeo direct Breno, Austrian 008.
Austrian 8008, proceed direct Breno.
Okay, you can see on the map our turn was just where the railroad goes straight. So if I have a look here, that curve just there is where we turn right, and we'll be turning right around this headland here into this gap, which is where we came from. And then all the way down, and now we're outside of his Class D controlled zone. He will probably hand us off or something. Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo is outside Class D airspace. Frequency change request.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, you may change frequency. Have a good flight. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, do my right-hand turn. Let's go back to Unicom, since he didn't want to give us to the approach. The approach has definitely been very...
Bravo 156, taxi holding point runway 26 via Bravo, Knitch 102.
122 decimal 8. Alright, QNH set, or sorry, Unicom set, and let's climb up to 6,500. What is it with the autopilot? That is wrong. That is very wrong. Can't wait for A2A. Okay, let's just climb at 3,300 feet per minute. Should be okay. That was weird. I don't understand why that does that. Beautiful scenery. Ambitious. Just tinkered with a flight plan for maybe tonight, starting at I can't pronounce that, Ukraine, to I can't pronounce that, to I can't pronounce that, to Lviv, to I can't pronounce that in Poland, to Krakow, to Wrocław as a main destination. Nice. Sounds busy. In a C-172 or TBM. Do you really want me to choose? Because you know what I'm going to say. C-172 for the win. It's a logging camp down there. Or this Cirrus thing, you know. Don't know. Okay, now that we've exited that airspace, we can get rid of those charts. 5,000 feet passing. Took me around an hour and 47 minutes. Okay. It's not too bad. I can't wait for some study level aircraft in this simulator. A2A's Aerostar is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to fly that everywhere in the world. It's going to be amazing. I'm already saving up for it in FS Economy. VATSIM is hard. It doesn't look like the YouTube in the top left-hand corner of the stream. It doesn't look like the chat stream is very. It doesn't seem like it's updating very quickly with the real one in the bottom right-hand corner. Bottom, yeah. All right, ready for our turn. Coming up to 6,000 feet. I started from Manchester. Controller gave me a VRP point to head to and took me a while to find it on the chart. It would be nice to have them in Little Nav Map or Plan G. Actually, the VRPs are in Plan G. Well, they're little yellow dots. So if, for instance, if I go to, without crashing into the side of a mountain, if I go to, say, I know where there are in England. If I go to, I'll show them to you. If I zoom in, you should see them. So for instance, Heathrow, see those little yellow dots? There's Handcross VRP, Haywards Heath, Billingshurst VRP, there's Dorking, there's Buckland Reservoir. See the little yellow dots? So those are little yellow dots around large airports. Those are the VRPs. Although it depends in Plan G if you actually have them turned on in the settings. Here you go. You have to have this VRP button turned on, and then they should show up in your actual sim. Yeah, so there you go. Actually, these points are not shown in Plan G in Germany. That's a pain. I'm sorry about that. And I might smash into the side of a mountain. No, thankfully I'm not. Almost did. And it would have been your fault. Yes. Yeah. There's the gap that I want to go for. Yeah, Domkey, I use Plan G more than I use Little Nav Map, and it's purely because my brain recognizes the symbology of Plan G much quicker because I've used it more. when I transition to little nav map, when I glance over at little nav map, the visual cues of all of the different icons and the way the map looks doesn't click with my brain because I haven't used it as much. So the reason that I most of the time go with Plan G is because I'm familiar with Plan G. That doesn't mean to say that Little Navmap is worse. In fact, I actually think Little Navmap is probably better because it actually displays the globe as a globe instead of a flat map, and that comes in. That's important when it comes to flying in areas of the world that are in the high northern latitudes or high southern latitudes. That is an issue for Plan G users, and I wish Plan G used a global spherical map to work off, but I don't think they do, so I've never found that setting. But I do know for transatlantic, say when I take the B314 Clipper across the transatlantic route from Foynes to Botwood, coming soon when they patch it so that it will actually work, I will use Little Navmap because it is an actual globe and you can do stellar navigation as I did with the Connie a couple of years ago now. But yes, the B314 Clipper from Pilots has been released to people who currently already own Pilots scenery, Pilots things, and I have it, and I have been flying it all week, and I've been failing and failing and failing and failing because it's not ready. It's really not releasable yet. The Sperry autopilot system doesn't work properly, and the engines always seem to quit on me 3 hours into a cruise, even though I've adjusted the engines as far as to the best of my knowledge. So, and I keep there's a lot of manuals. There's a lot of manual information in the manuals, but it's like they've given us the old original manuals from the 1930s as opposed to a lot of detail about their add-on, which is a bit of a... And they don't have any forums, so it's a bit difficult right now, but I'm hearing that there are patches coming for it, so stay tuned for some B314 Clipper content on my channel soon. It is a beautiful, beautiful flying boat. A flying boat that has been near and dear to my heart for a long time, so looking forward to featuring that on the channel. But they just need to patch some quite important things though first. So, do you guys also fly in real world? No, I'm afraid I don't. I am an armchair pilot. I don't have the money for real world flying. So, but I've been armchair flying for maybe 15 years now. Thing I like about Little Navmap is it explains the different zones, like VFR allowed or crossing request needed and stuff like that. Does it? Does it? So if I go to Little Navmap now, if I open that up, oh, it has the typographical stuff there as well. That's really cool. And there's the airport ahead. One cool thing, guys, you'll like this. TAC view. If I open TAC view, he says, it must not work with Microsoft Flight Simulator, unfortunately. It does with IL-2 Sturmovik though, and I have a lot of fun in that. The Hurricane for IL-2 Sturmovik has just been released, and I'm loving it. So we'll probably be doing some content on that as well. Look at the information window. Oh, okay. Will do. Airspaces. Ah! Innsbruck CTA South. South. Yeah, controller, IFR and VFR ATC clearance required. Class D. That's really cool. That I imagine is the Class D. So what if I move over here? Okay. It's wherever I click, I think. Maybe. That it shows. Nav aids. Yeah, I mean, this is cool. This is really cool. There's so much information on Little Nav Map. I have to learn this. I definitely should. I just wish they did like a 3D view. That would be really cool. But it is showing me my topographical. There you go, topographical. My brain. It is showing the topographical overlay, which is not given to me in Plan G. At least the map that I've chosen to use isn't there in Plan G. So, and there's someone up at 35,000 feet, a Ryanair, thundering along. So if I look up out of my window, can I see his strobe? Is that him there? No, that's a speck on the windshield. No, I don't think I can see him. He's a bit too far away. Anyway, is this the valley? No, I've still got a ways to go yet. Yeah, it's further down. It's further down there. Let's just double check. VATSIM. Yeah. On my way back. So he's crossing close over to the airfield that I'm landing at. So he's going to be like way off up there somewhere. What Plan G's golden nugget is the visual and acoustic warning if you reach a waypoint. That's helpful. That is helpful. I will say that. How helpful that is, though, I mean, it all depends on your own level of situational awareness, and because if you already know where you are, then you don't really need a beep to tell you where you are. So, one thing I love about this simulator is just the level of texturing and lighting, and it just puts you in that space. It really does give you the feeling like you are actually visually in a three-dimensional aircraft flying at altitude over the real world. It really does. There's nothing else quite like it. The clouds, this atmospheric scattering. Love it. Yeah, and of course now all of you know, horizon to horizon is all the Bing Maps data, so that all came in accurately for us. Yep, so our airfield I think is just there. So, in sight of home. By the way, got some real fast internet now. Might also stream MSFS in the future and embarrass myself on the internet. Mate, do it. If you ever want to do like a group flight, just join my Discord and join the gang, and we might go for a cross country sometime. Could be fun. I just realized on Twitch, the settings on Twitch made it look like I was flying IL-2 Sturmovik 1946 or IL-2 Sturmovik Great Battles all this time instead of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I was like, just changed it now, and I'm about to land and finish the stream. So, oh well, I'll know that for next time. It's interesting lines. They look like telephone lines, but they've just been imprinted. Yeah, I can see a telephone pole there, just faintly. Yeah, that's what they are. It's interesting. Okay, so let's start descending. Let's go down to 3,000 feet. And let's just pull back the throttle. Let's go to our checklist. Descent power as desired. Mixture adjust. We're still up at 6,000 feet, so no. Altimeters check. Yep, we have checked. Yep, that's fine. Nav GPS switch is set. Yeah, that's fine in nav. Fuel selectors are on both. Flaps as desired. And then we'll just preset that on the before landing checklist. Yeah, there is the field I can see. Let's just double check. Why it's been on? I thought it should have been on while. Oh, I thought it was on live weather this entire time. I just realized it was on few clouds the entire time. Oh, that is nice. Oh yes, let's finish the stream like this. Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah, let's finish the stream like this. But let's turn on some lights in the cockpit because that's cabin heat. Where are my lights? Ah. Nice. There we go. Yeah, there's that weird horizontal line. Maybe that's an atmospheric layer line, like I said the other day. That is very strange. And annoying. Let's hope that gets patched out. Oh, look at those colors. The colors though, guys. I am in love. And the lights, look at the little lights appearing. Right, okay, I need to pay attention now. Illuminati. Oh, my goodness, what was that? Someone followed me, I bet. Thank you very much for whoever that was. If that was Rafa, thank you for the follow. Let's just go and see. Okay. Right, so before landing, pilot and seat backs are set. Seatbelts are set. Fuel selector is on both. Mixture is not on rich. Taxi and landing lights on. And autopilot is off. Okay. Let's take over manual control here. And let's just double check where the wind is coming from. Wind is coming from behind us, so we're going to do a left hand, yes, left hand downwind. Okay, so just easing off on the power. And we're going to do a left hand downwind. That is a short runway, but a fun runway. I wonder if A2A could do the Piper Cub for Microsoft Flight Simulator relatively easily with the SDK that they have available to them now. Because it's not like it's crammed with systems. Okay, this is going to be a textbook touchdown, just so you guys all know. Is this stock aircraft? Yes, Rafa. It's unfortunately stock because we don't have any. We don't really have any study level, they're called, or payware of good repute. Let's just say that I find worth buying at this point in time. Okay, so first notch of flaps coming in, 70 knots indicated. Beautiful lighting on the hills there. But I am on Unicom. I should make a call, but I have no clue what the name of this airport is, and no one else is around, so I'm going to just do it silently. So second notch of flaps, and I can put in my third with this current speed, and out with the throttle the entire way. And let's just adjust my view. That could have been smoother. I probably got a landing rate 120. Oh, it could have been softer, guys. I'm sorry. But I didn't give myself too much time setting that up. But you know, it's in the bag. I mean, it's manageable. It's not the worst I've ever done, definitely. I find that my landings are a lot better on Microsoft Flight Simulator because it's such a smooth sim platform. And whenever it just means that the feedback between what I'm seeing on my screen and my joystick and my rudder pedals is so much more tactile and instantaneous and accurate than P3D. Okay, vacating. After landing, flaps up. Landing light as required, taxi light as required. Strobe off. Elevator trim set to neutral. That is pretty much neutral. Transponder on standby. Set. Okay, so let's throw ourselves back where we started, over by this pushback tug, and see what we see. Oh, he's got little like I'm some sort of 737 or something. Now does he actually? Oh, he does. Oh, he does. Oh. Oh, solid. That was the creme de la creme of the stream, guys. I like that. I'm gonna do that again. Okay, parking brake set. Transponder is now off. Avionics, bus 1 and 2 is off. Engine idle. Magnetos cut. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. Logbook. Right. Continue. It's a bit. Off for the beacon, taxi, nav. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me on a nice, lovely VFR jaunt across Austria. Again, beautiful scenery. Guy ran away. Did he run away? Oh, he did run away. Yeah, I probably scared him. Yeah, beautiful jaunt across Austria. Now that I've moved house and everything's set up and I know the stream works, and I will definitely do this more regularly again. I had to take some time off just because I was moving house, and there's so many things that are taken up with that. So that's done, and I will be moving again sometime soon. This is just a temporary place for a couple of months until I get a more permanent situation, but we'll see what we see. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for joining. I will say good evening, and hope you will have a lovely weekend. And I will be uploading more content, hopefully quite soon, in the form of videos and so forth. So, thank you very much. Have a good weekend.